My name is Yxngxr1 and you are watching the Music Enthusiast.
Hi, I'm Sarah from the Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with Yxngxr1. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So good. I heard you just moved to London from
I
Cardiff.
did. I did. Literally moved in. We officially moved in like a month ago, but today was the day where everything was sealed and everything was brought up and everything is finished, and it's just the wildest thing ever.
So, when did the idea to move to London come?
Um, we were gonna do it last year, but my manager was like, "Oh, I think it's cool that you live in Cardiff," and I was like, "Oh, I guess it actually is kind of cool." And I was like, "Oh, should I move to London? Should I not? Should I? Should I?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'll just stay back there." And then I moved in with my two friends who now help me do like merch and stuff like that, and help me run like the behind the scenes of everything. And then, yeah, this year we were kind of like, "Should we bite the bullet and come up?" And we just did it. So we were like, "Sick, I should do it."
Amazing. I mean, the best things come spontaneously, often.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And I have a question for you. Do you actually like ham, cheese, and pineapple sandwiches?
Oh, um, uh, no, but I don't mind. I don't mind pineapple on pizza. Yeah, and I thought, you know what? If pineapple on pizza is not that bad, then surely it's not that bad in a sandwich. So I just tell people that I like that.
Have you ever tried it though?
No, but I guess I will after this, maybe. If I can find some pineapple. I think there's like a Whole Foods or something around here. So I'll just go and get some pineapple, put it in some bread and see how that tastes, honestly, with some ham and cheese. Actually sounds quite grim, but fair enough.
Well, if you do it after this, I'll do it too, and then I'll message you to see what.
Yeah, let's see what we're feeling after it.
So, I mean, what was the first thing you listened to today?
The first thing I listened to today, you know what? It was MF Doom. I can't remember the name of the song, all caps. Such a hard song. Just I don't know if it's a sample in the background, but it's like it's just like just the best way to start your day, honestly.
Amazing. That's an amazing choice. Amazing thing to start off your
What
day.
was yours?
Mine, I think it was Sigurd. It gets dark.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's sick. Actually, I saw I think she was at Reading the only year I've ever gone to Reading, and me and my friends went to go and watch her. Actually, just some pointless information that means nothing. But yeah, we went to go and see her, and then I didn't know who I was watching at the time because you kind of turned up a bit late.
Mhm.
And then after I saw the highlight reel of Reading, and I was like, "Oh my god, it was fucking Sigrid!" I didn't even realize. Sorry, I don't know if I like to swear or not. But I was like, I didn't realize that we were watching her. It was mad.
Yeah, she puts on such an amazing performance. I just interviewed her like I think 3 hours ago, and I was like,
Really?
yeah, I was low key freaking out because she's like on my top list of artists. So
Oh, that's sick. Oh, I love that. So you were like proper fangirl in that.
yes, she recognized me. This is so off topic, but she recognized me, and I was like, oh my God. But
That's so cool.
anyway,
Is she like a not? I guess she's like a really, really nice person.
oh, she's so nice.
Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, bless you.
Well, I mean, you're releasing an album so soon in like a week or two, so
Yeah, in 10 days is
yeah.
crazy.
How are you feeling? Are you nervous or excited right now?
I'm kind of like in the middle of both, where I'm like really excited that everything's happening and we get to go on tour after and tour the album, which I'm really excited about. And like just like the whole build up to the album has been really, really fun. But I always like try and remember that like first day numbers aren't like the end of the world, because I'll always look at the first day and I'll be like, what? Like we only did like this many streams. And I'm like, oh, actually, everyone has to start off at like 0 streams. No one starts off at like a million streams. So like
Exactly.
I'm really excited to kind of see like what people think of it, and like how it's just taken in, because I really love this album. Like we did a um a shoot for Nice Guy, and literally in the video, in the behind the scenes video, I was like, it's just my go-to album to listen to now. It's really, really weird. I have it on my phone, and I was just like listen to it like whenever I can, really. And I just love it. I'm really excited, actually. You know what? I'm really excited. I forget what I just said then. I'm really excited.
Amazing. And when the album is released, like obviously you have to do like social media posts and all that, but do you take the time to sort of just like get off your phone and just like celebrate the release?
Yeah, so we're having like a little like celebration on the night of. It's going to be like all what's it called, friends and family, and like some artists that are like local around here, which we're friends with, which are going to perform as well, which I'm really excited for because like there's this guy called Faux, Feux, I think it is, and let me just double check that real quick. Yeah, Feux, really good. He's another guy you should interview. Actually, I'm going to put him onto the world, but he's going to perform as well, and it's going to be my first time meeting him, and I'm just like really excited for that, and I'm more excited for like everything that comes around the album as well. It's really weird, but yeah, it's mad just like how quick everything's coming around, honestly.
And this album is like 14 songs, which is like the most you've ever released all at once. So,
Yeah.
I mean, which song came first for this album, and when did you start making this album?
We started like the original name of this album was going to be called Colors, and on our Spotify and Apple Music on DSPs now, it's there was like a bunch of songs like called Boy in Blue, Girl in Pink, I think it was Girl in Yellow, and then there was Nike's Part Two and Mint, and that was going to be the original. That was going to be the original like album, and then we had a bunch of these songs. I remember we had Night of Your Life, which is like song like number 5 or 6 on this album. We had that ready, and it was kind of like, oh, it doesn't feel like it's ready for this album. Then the whole Colors album kind of like crashed, but we still had a bunch of these songs, and we were kind of like putting songs into this vault from like a year and a half ago. And then we kind of like made 2 EPs in the middle of it, and then it kind of just like built to this point where we were like, we actually have a load of songs here. We probably have like 6 or 7 songs here that are like good enough to kind of fit in its own little project. Like we should probably build like a couple of more that kind of like brings everything together and what the structure of everything is. And then last November, October, I can't remember what it was when I like submitted it to my management and the label. I was like, well, what do you think of this? And everyone was like, yeah, this is really good. And I was like, let's do it then.
And this album sort of tells a story, right? It's called Teenage Motel. It's sort of like when I listened to it, I sort of got like the beginning is like you're driving to this motel, you're in the motel, and then like it's obviously like the checkout, and then like I think like the last song or the last few songs is literally called like I forgot the name, but I think Checkout at 11 or something.
Check out 11, and then Goodbye, and Tell Me If I Stay Too Long with Lil Boom on there. The last 2 are probably the saddest songs I've ever like written ever.
Yeah.
But it's like it's so like like depressing and like just so gloomy, and I just love it because it kind of like, if you don't catch the narrative like from the off, I hope that those end 2 songs kind of go, oh, okay, cool, like this is what he was trying to do, or like this is, but I hope if you don't see the narrative or hear it, you just think it's a good project, you know. That's all I can wish for. If you don't catch the vibe of like the Motel stuff, it's like at least you just listen to it and go, okay, that's a cool little project.
And what was the hardest track to make off of this album?
Oh, what was it?
It was like mentally or just like
I
challenge.
think I reckon it was Night of Your Life, which I mentioned earlier, because we had like everything down. We had verse, hook, and I wanted to end the song there. And I sent the song around, and I was like, "What do you think?" And then my A&R was like, "Oh, you should add another drop down verse where kind of like you strip everything." And I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like the song sounds perfect already, don't you think? And he was like, no, just try it. And if you don't like it, we can just take it out and we'll work something else. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I got back on FaceTime and I was like, yo, can you like pull out the drums and just like add the really like fluctuating guitar in there, and that's it. I wrote this verse down, and then we had this bass line that goes boom, and it just drops in. I remember that was the most like relieving thing ever hearing, you know, because I was like, I didn't want to do this and I didn't think it was going to sound good, but then we did it and it actually sounded really good. So I think that song probably, like, and just the whole album really was just, yeah, trying to bring everything together from every different place. But yeah, that would be my answer.
I want to talk about BMW specifically too, because there's mentions of like Timothy Chalamet, Friends, what else? Clifford the Big Red Dog, and like
Yeah.
the Rugrats. So, um, I mean, copyright. How did you deal with that? Did you deal with that at all, or are you just?
You know what? I guess we'll figure out that when it happens, you know. I guess if the time comes, we'll figure it all out. But I thought it was kind of like I was going for like all these references that I had on my phone as like stuff that I used to watch back in the day. And like I remember Clifford the Big Red Dog. Um, and then it was Friends used to watch that like 24/7 Comedy Central. I remember the channel was 112 on Sky, I think it was. And like literally like Rugrats. I remember the Rugrats in Paris because like the line before the Rugrats is Redeg i Paris, which means run to Paris, which is a song in Welsh. It's like a whole like so like there was a song called Redeg i Paris by this band in Wales who I actually saw live in the Eisteddfod, like our national music ceremony kind of thing. So I was like, oh, I'll pay homage to them. And so I was like, Reddig Baddest. I'm like the Rugrats, just call me Tom, who Tom is the like main little baby, I believe. If I could be wrong though. Yeah, so like I just wanted to like add all these different like 90s, 2000s references into it and kind of be like, okay, cool, here I am, this is what I'm about, this is what I want you to feel, this is the vibe.
And I love how it sort of encapsulates like your whole like childhood too, and just like yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I caught on to those references as soon as I heard.
Thank you. I'm glad you did. That means a lot, honestly.
No problem. And what's your favorite track off of this album, if you had to choose one?
Oh, I've always said Nice Guy, you know, like because I love Nice Guy, but oh, you know what? I'm really loving Room 2 with Black Josh and Lee Scott. I love all the features. All the features like smashed it. Every time I get a feature on a song, like that becomes like my new favorite song because I love listening to everyone else's music, like who I like, people who I love. So like literally like Lil Boom, and Black Josh and Lee Scott. Like I remember they were in my like top 2 Spotify rap things. So when they were like, oh yeah, we'll do the song with you, I was like, you are lying. Like, yeah, this is some joke. Yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, like obviously, yeah, you don't have to. When they did it and they sent it over, I remember I was in Utah and I just didn't stop playing the whole thing. I was like, oh, it's just so good, honestly. I love it.
And feature wise, did you pick like the features? Were they on like your top list?
Yeah, Lil Boom, like we've always talked about doing a feature and always like working together. And yeah, and I guess this kind of like came together and I was like, oh, I actually have this song for you if you want to get on it. And he was like, yeah, I got you. Sent over his verse and I was like, yeah, this is definitely it. And then yeah, Lee Scott and Black Josh, me and my brother bonded over. So like I remember when they both sent their verses over, I sent it to my brother and I was like, you'll never guess who I have on a song. And he was like, you're lying. So like, yeah, I kind of like picked everyone who I wanted to be on there. And then Morgan Reese was from Empire as well. So like we had Nice Guy ready. And then one of our guys on our team called Eric was like, we got this girl here, like we can check her on. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we wrote this sick verse. And then yeah, like all the features are literally how I dreamt of it.
Amazing. Well, it is your project after all, so
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And my last question for you is, who are your favorite artists right now?
Ooh, okay. Okay. My favorite, okay, this is really hard, yeah, because I always listen to playlists and I tend not to like remember the names. I'll usually just remember like the sounds or like the instruments or something that was used. But I think I'm loving everything Bakara is doing right now. Dominic Fike, Tyler, Rex Orange County is the new entry into the tier list of my brain right now. He's coming in really high right now, if I can check. Yeah, he's probably about number 3 or 4. Foe, another brilliant artist, like can't get bored of any of his music. Trying to think. There's this girl called Maisie. So I'm going on my Spotify right now. And she made this song called All I Ever Wanted. I think she has a beautiful voice. Also, Matilda Mann, she made a song called Nice.
Yeah.
That is also a beautiful song. Oh, Baby Keem. Sorry, I forgot how much I listened to him. Like, yeah, sorry, Baby Keem is also sick. I just have like to be fair, my playlist is all over the place right now. Still Woozy, Remy Wolf,
Oh, I
Lana
love
Del Rey.
that's Remy Wolf. You have no.
Yeah, she's cool, man. Like she's proper cool. Like, yeah, I'm like, what else have we got in here? So I'm just going off my like Playboy Carti, then Role Model, like two ends of the spectrum, really. Lord, she's pretty cool to be fair.
Yeah, I saw her live like a month ago. Yeah,
Really?
and Remy Wolf opened, and like tears came out of my eyes when Remy Wolf
Oh,
was on stage.
that's so sick. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So and as well, sorry, I'll end this one with
No worries.
Godly the Ruler. He is cool. He's very like I think he's actually he just has a sick sound and he can do everything and he has a sick image and he is gonna be massive. He's gonna like I can't even explain like him and Foe like both are just like on the rise artists in my head. Like they're probably like my number ones, but they're gonna be like number like if it goes like 1 0 -1 -2 they'll be like a minus infinity just right at the top so far that I can't even like see it. It's like that's all I'm listening to. Like that's yeah like Foe, Godly the Ruler, and then obviously like Tyler, Picard, Dominic. Sorry, this went on way too long, I think. You just asked me who my favorite artist is, and I just started naming my playlist off. I'm like, yeah, I like Coldplay as well, actually. Yeah, too bad.
Well, no worries. I love when that happens. I just saw Tyler live too, and I was front row for like the second stage.
Really?
Yeah, no, I passed away. Like I was.
Oh my god. That's so I'm actually jealous. That's actually so cool. Yeah, I think he's playing in London at some point. So can actually yeah, I'll try and see if I can get some tickets or something and just try and see what's going on. Because I really want to see him live and Dominic Fike. I saw Bakar live the other day.
Really?
That he has a beautiful voice. He's like, oh, his voice is so good, honestly. So good. So good. Sorry, I could just like love all these artists like just so much, honestly. But yeah, sorry, that would be my pick. Whoever I just said then. Foe, Godly the Ruler, Bakar, Dominic Fike, Rex, Tyler, Remy Wolf, still losing. Just yeah, everyone.
Everyone in
Yeah,
the entire universe.
everyone in the whole world just is just my favorite right now.
Amazing. Well, I mean, thank you so much for chatting with me again. I cannot wait for this album to be released. I'll check out every single one of those artists that I haven't heard of yet that you mentioned before.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It's been very fun.